afternoon, everyone, especially to the grade 11 students who are watching right now. Welcome to TV Escuela. I am teacher Maya G. Espinosa from Compostela National High School, Compostela East District. We are here happy to serve you for bringing exciting and fun-filled learnings. I will be your teacher for today's lesson in Earth and Life Science. Module 14, Geologic Timeline. For today's objective, you should be able to describe how the Earth's history can be interpreted from the geologic time scale. Please prepare your module, pens, and a separate sheet of paper for your answers. Are you now ready? That's great! Before we proceed to our discussion, let us first review the lesson on the previous module. What have you remembered about the geologic timescale? That's good! The geologic timescale is the calendar for events in Earth's history. It is important because it serves as a standard timeline used to describe the age of rocks, fossils, and the events that formed them. It is a device which is of great help to the science of geology, and it is owed to the explorations and studies recorded by geologists. Eons is the broadest category of geological time. Earth's history is characterized by 4 eons, in order from oldest to youngest. These are Hadean, Archean, Proterozoic, and Phanerozoic. Collectively, the Hadean and Archean and Proterozoic are sometimes informally referred to as Precambrian. Eras, eons of geological time, are subdivided into eras, which are the second longest units of geological time. The Phanerozoic eon is divided into 3 eras: the Paleozoic, Mesozoic, and Cenozoic. Periods. The Paleozoic era is divided into 6 periods, from oldest to youngest. These are Cambrian, Ordovician, Silurian, Devonian, Carboniferous, and Permian. Note that in the United States, the Carboniferous is divided into 2 separate periods: the Mississippian and the Pennsylvanian. The Mesozoic era is divided into Triassic, Jurassic, and Cretaceous periods. Finally, the Cenozoic era is divided into 3 periods: the Paleogene, Neogene, and Quaternary. Periods of geologic time are subdivided into epochs. In turn, epochs are divided into even narrower units of time called ages. Kindly open your module on page 1 and answer what I know for your pre-test. Direction. Choose the letter of the best answer. Write the chosen letter on a separate sheet of paper. Question number 1. Which of the following does not belong to Paleozoic era? A. Jurassic. B. Devonian. C. Cambrian. Or letter D. Ordovician. If your answer is letter A, that's correct. Number 2. What do you call the remains or evidence used as markers when building up the geologic time scale? A. Fossil. B. Minerals. C. Sandstone. Or letter D. Piles of rock. The correct answer is letter A. Number 3. Why do most eons and eras end in Zoic? Letter A. Because this time, periods were recognized by plants present at that time. B. Because this time, periods were recognized by animal life present at that time. Letter C. A and B. And letter D, none of the above. The answer is letter B. Very good. Number 4. In what type of rocks are fossils made of? A. Igneous rock. B. Sedimentary rock. C. Metamorphic rock. Or letter D, all of the above. The correct answer is letter B, sedimentary rock. Number 5. What do you call the person who study fossils and ancient life? A. Biologist. B. Archaeologist. C. Anthropologist. Or letter D. Paleontologist. The correct answer is letter D. Paleontologist. Number 6. What do you call the process by which the remains of ancient living things are turned into rock? A. Fertilization. B. Fossilization. C. Fragmentation. Or letter D. Metamorphosis. The correct answer is letter B. Fossilization. Number 7. How were the scientists able to arrange the fossils they gathered? A. They were able to arrange the fossils according to age. B. They were able to arrange the fossils according to structure. C. They were able to arrange the fossils according to chemical content. Or letter D. They were able to arrange the fossils according to place of discovery. The correct answer is letter A. They were able to arrange the fossils according to age. Number 8. In this era, the rocks formed have fossils of animals and plants such as dinosaurs, mammals, and trees. Letter A, Cenozoic era. B, Mesozoic era. C, Paleozoic era. Or letter D, Phanerozoic era. If your answer is letter D, you're correct. 9. In what era did the first skeletal elements, soft bodies metazoans, and animal traces exist? A. Cenozoic era. B. Mesozoic era. C. Paleozoic era. Or letter D. Late Proterozoic. The correct answer is letter D, Late Proterozoic. Number 10. In this period, the first mammals and dinosaurs existed. A. Cretaceous. B. Permian. C. Jurassic. Or letter D. Triassic. The answer is letter D, Triassic. Let us now proceed to Lesson 1 on page 4. Fossils are the remains or evidence of prehistoric plants and animals that have fossilized. Fossils were used in markers when building up the geologic time scale. The names of most of the eons and eras end in Zoic because this time periods were recognized by the animal life present at that time. Rocks formed during the Proterozoic eon have fossil evidence of simple organisms such as bacteria, algae, and worm-like animals. In the Phanerozoic eon, the rocks formed have fossils of animals and plants such as dinosaurs, mammals, and trees. The geologic timescale provides a system of chronologic measurement relating stratigraphy to time that is used by geologists, paleontologists, and other earth scientists to describe the timing and relationships between events that have occurred during the history of the earth. The detailed studies made of rocks throughout the world have allowed geologists to correlate rock units globally and break them into time units. Let us now review the vocabulary words listed on your module on pages 4 to 5 so that you can answer the next activity. Number 1. Fossils are remains of ancient life that have been turned to stone. Number 2. Body fossils are actual parts of plants and animals that have been turned to stone, like bones, shells, and leaves. Number 3. Coprolite is a fossilized dinosaur dung or scut. Number 4. Fossilization is a process by which the remains of ancient living things are turned to rock. Number 5. Paleontologist is a scientist who study fossils and ancient life. Number 6. Sedimentary rock is a rock made of layers of tightly packed sand and clay. 7. Sandstone is a type of sedimentary rock that is made of sand. Number 8. Trace fossils is a fossilized sign that a plant or animal once lived in an area, such as footprints and coprolite. Number 9. Porous means full of tiny holes that water, air, and light can pass through. And number 10, mineralization means to convert into a mineral substance or to fill with a mineral substance. I guess you are now ready to answer the next activity. I will give you 3 minutes to answer. Don't forget to write your answers on a separate sheet of paper. Instruction: fill in the blanks using vocabulary words. Let us now try to see if your answers are correct. J, a famous paleontologist, was hiking in the Cordillera Mountains, searching for fossils which are remains of ancient life that have turned to stone. All of a sudden, the ground shook beneath him. J ran over a hill and saw that there had been a huge landslide. He went over to look at the piles of rocks and saw layers of sandstone, a type of sedimentary rock. Fossils are found in sandstone, so Jay was excited to search through the rocks. Just as he began to dig, he found fossilized bones. The bones had turned to stone through a process called fossilization. Jay saw that the fossils belonged to an Apatosaurus. These bones are examples of body fossils, which are fossilized parts of plants and animals. Jay hiked further up the mountain and found fossilized dinosaur dung called coprolite. He also found a huge footprint, which is an example of a trace fossils. Jay carefully removed the fossils from the rocks and donated them to a museum. Did you get the correct answers? Very good! There are more fun activities on your module that will help you to understand the lesson found on pages 6 to 14. To check what you have learned from the lesson, answer assessment in your module on pages 15 to 17. Read carefully and follow the instruction. I hope you had fun learning our lesson today. Again, I am Teacher Maya G. Espinosa of Compostela National High School, Senior High School, Compostela East District, saying, dito sa TV Eskwela, sa pag-aaral, sama-sama. Bye-bye!